Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining me on today's live stream. We're going to be taking a look at I've got some news here, just in relation to the China Central Bank. Continues to load up on gold. And we're going to be taking a look at the charts, and we'll have a look at silver, gold, platinum, palladium, and of course Bitcoin. And then we'll also look at the crypto market cap. Special thank you to those who are just joining us for the first time. Please hit the subscribe button. Please like the video as well. Please come and join us in the live streams. Be fantastic to chat to you, but you're more than welcome to. For those interested in becoming a donator to the channel, please take a look at the description for more information. There'll be some details there for you to consider. We're definitely going to be looking at a few things. Can't wait to go through it with you, so we will crack on. And of course, guys, my NGC coins arrived today, which is fantastic. So I'll be showing them to you shortly as well. So I look forward to that. Oaksy88, how are you doing, buddy? It's good to see you. I managed to get on. I managed to get on time this time. I managed to get on time. So I've obviously done quite well. How you doing, bud? Hopefully, Graham Stack is going to make this one, but we're going to be taking a look. Looks like there's a slight delay in the feed here, so we'll have to just keep an eye on it. Oaksy88 says, I do all my gold buying through a third party in China that might have something to do with the numbers. Well, I hope they're all genuine. Oaksy88 says, NGC revealed in about an hour or so. Awesome. Oh, lol. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you as well. And I'll be putting the camera on in a sec. We've currently got the 3 listeners as well. So again, thank you for the listeners for taking your time out to come and watch my channel. We're going to crack on and have a look at the news here. Let's have a look. Good to see you, mate. And Jody. So there's Oaksy88. Jody, hope he does. Can't face another draw. Yeah, he sent me a very nice email, to be fair, after the fact. So I think Silver, I think was it Sucker for Silver, dropped him an email. So it was very nice. However, he should have watched my live stream anyway, like he normally does. He could have said, wow, I saw one fantastic, great news. But, you know, I suppose that's the way the cookie crumbles. Right, let's get straight to some news here, guys. So check this out. Central Bank, China's central bank continues to load up on gold. Reserves managers around the world are trying to trim exposure to the US dollar. This was 4 hours ago. Not 4 days, not 4 weeks. This is 4 hours ago. It's by ft.com, Financial Times, and this gentleman here, Harry Dempsey, says China has added almost 100 tons of gold to its reserves over the last 10 months, underlining its position as one of the leading central bank buyers of the precious metal. The People's Bank of China announced over the weekend that its holdings of the yellow metal rose to 62.64 million ounces in September, an increase of 190,000 ounces from August. So imagine that, guys, 190,000 ounces. So let's get the calculator out, and let's just see exactly how much 190,000 ounces is actually worth. So let's do 190,000 ounces times by, that was at $1,500 an ounce. They spent $285 million worth to get that 190,000 ounces. Pretty interesting. Let me just get the camera on here. Let's get it rolling, everybody. How you doing there? Fantastic. Good to see you all. We're going to be taking a look at oh, here we go. There's a few more comments here. Where's RPM? He's converted me, says Jody. Woohoo, Chartman is on. Awesome. How you doing, Mudswat? Good to see you. Oaksy88 says fresh off the press info. If Graham Stacker and Kevin Rose are here, I posted their prizes out from Friday's giveaway. So I've sent those in the post. Hopefully you should get them there in a week. I think it's 5 to 7 days or something like that. So hopefully you get them safe and sound. I've got the receipt in my pocket here. If you guys, let's see, where's the receipt? There it is. That's the receipt. Let's have a look. It says United States, 2 packages. And there we go. There's the proof that I sent it. just in case there's any issues with the post, you're more than welcome to check this video. Let's have a look. And that's the gold off, and that's gold off the open market on top of their own supplies. Absolutely. Oxy, it says using worthless dollars to buy precious metals, China is not stupid. You're absolutely right on that. One thing though, considering they bought 190,000 ounces of gold, it hasn't really affected the gold price. So look, the increase of nearly 5.4 tons of gold to China's holdings, bringing the total additions since December to around 96 tons, comes in at a time when the central banks across the world have been trying to diversify their reserve assets away from the US dollar as trade tensions continue to simmer. Now, interesting, there's one line here. It comes at a time when central banks across the world, right, are trying to diversify the reserve assets. How come it's only Russia and China that we hear about? Like, what other banks are doing this? I'm sure there's probably a lot out there, but not to the extent that China and Russia are doing. But it's interesting. It comes at a time. I think that, I don't know if they're just referring about Russia and China doing this, but those are the only two reserve banks that I know that are consistently buying large amounts of gold. But anyway, gold is considered a haven asset and a store of value. I like that, considered. Never mind that it's been in the market for over 2,000 years. It's considered a haven asset and a store of value in times of uncertainty. Last year, central banks led by Russia bought more gold last year than any time since America decided to move off the gold standard. The gold standard in 1971, with around $27 billion worth of purchases. So far this year, a total of 14 central banks, primarily from emerging markets, have bolstered their gold reserves, according to the data from the World Gold Council. Okay, so now they talk about it. You think they would have put that line and then said, these are the 14 central banks that are actually, doing it, instead of waiting, like putting in this line first and then saying that. But anyway, I'm not the writer of this. From the Gold Council, that has helped support the gold price, which touched a 6-year high last month. Now, again, which helped support the price. That happened in one day, and then since then, we've been struggling to try and get back up again. Okay, but still, on Monday, it was trading at a fraction below $1,500 a troy ounce, up 70% for the year. China hasn't said what its gold policy is, but it would need to buy 2 years worth of global production to achieve diversification. There you go. I like that word, diversification. It's what I like to hear. It's what I do. Said Suki Cooper. He says, precious metals analyst at Standard Chartered Bank, it looks like it's on track to add 150 tons for the whole year. The desire to add gold is there. How come it's not shown on the price? China's central bank has continued to stock up on bullion as the trade war with the US shows little sign of easing and its domestic economy is slowing. Negotiators from the US and China are due to meet at the end of the week. Now, this is one thing that I've been thinking about. Why we've had, well, at least what I've been thinking about, guys. I don't know about you, but let me know. You've got China selling off dollars to buy gold, right? On the other hand, would you think that maybe that there's manipulation there from the US in regards to keeping that price low, because obviously they don't want the value of gold to go up, especially when you've got Russia and China all storing large amounts of gold. I think that might come into play. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat below. But I certainly think that if you're trying to corner the market, let's just say for gold, I wouldn't say corner the market, but effectively like what the two brothers did in the 1980s. But if you've got a country like China just constantly selling dollars to buy gold pretty consistently, I think we can agree on that. And then you've got the US concerned about that. Surely the US would then try and hold down the price of gold. Surely it would, to offset that. But let me know what you think. That's certainly coming into my mind these days, particularly when we haven't seen the move in the gold price as we'd all expected. I was expecting higher gold prices, and we just seem to be, sort of in the middle there. We don't seem to be moving up higher and higher. I certainly expected today to see a green candle because we've had 2 consistent weeks of selling, and I was pretty much going to be thinking that it has to be a green candle today. Look, again, we've still got a few hours still, But that's my thoughts on it. Let me know below, please. China's central bank has continued to stock up bullion as the trade war with the US shows little sign of easing and its domestic economy is slowing. So again, you've also got this added, is that they continue to stockpile bullion. Then you've also got the references to trade war, which the US shines little sign of easing, and then its domestic economy is also slowing as well. So surely all of these things would add into gold's favor, or even precious metals for that matter. And yet when we look at the price of the precious metals, where are they? China's foreign exchange reserves have held fairly steady over the past couple of years, averaging $3.1 trillion. $3.1 trillion. Beijing does not provide a full breakdown of its holdings, but officials have previously said that the currency mix is broadly in line with the composition of the gold reserves as indicated by the IMF data collected from the member countries. US dollar assets comprise 64% of allocated reserves at the end of 2016. Pretty interesting. I'm looking forward to your comments there. We've jumped up to 11 people. That's fantastic. Welcome. Great to have you here. Oxy Idiot says, Jody, the biggest producer and buyer, surely. I wouldn't get on the TBH. I'm sure there's a few more like Turkey, says Jody. Bet. Modswat says, I just got the notice Silver Limey 79 is on. I'd better go watch him. Thanks, buddy. It's good to see you there, Modswat. You guys will have to keep me briefed on these abbreviations. I'm not particularly too good at them. I've just got another one there. YH. Not sure. Jody must be up there. There's knowing them. Okay. Not really sure what's that. Smash the like button. Thank you very much. Please consider that. We got DB Stupid here. Fantastic. Sup, folks? DB man, how you doing? It's good to see you. Glad to have you back. Hopefully you'll be around for a while. There we go. Jody's given the wave. That's the American wave, not the Mexican wave. Silver Junkie 1350 says, "Sup, my silver buddy? How you doing? It's good to see you, man." IDB says Oxy in it, and the DB Stupid says, "Ever have issues with two-step authentication with Coinbase? They text me the code, then it says not valid, then lock me out." Yeah, to be honest, I've been quite frustrated with that. I haven't used it in a while though, but you know, whenever I've had cryptocurrency sitting in that account, and then I've said, please don't ask me again for the next 30 days, it then asks me again on the next try. Yeah, so I certainly understand where you're coming from there. Thought that previously. No way the US is going to let the price rise too much. That's exactly what I'm thinking, Jody. You know, again, if you think about it, Russia and China will eventually hold the market for gold against one of the biggest, well, the biggest world economy. I would say the biggest country's economy in the world. So for me, it's certainly something that I'm thinking about because there hasn't been much movement. Jody says, download the authentication app. Also use the Brave browser. Oxy Idiot says, isn't the price set by the paper market though? So any physical buying wouldn't matter until the COMEX can't cover their contracts. The price will explode. Maybe, but I mean, I suppose when you're transacting in 190,000 ounces, I suppose yes, you can. You know, as far as I know, you can transact in paper, but you can still ask for delivery. It's got to come from somewhere. Yep, watched that this morning. More BS. DB Stupid says, Jody, how about Chrome or Firefox? To be honest, thanks very much, Jody. Yeah. I don't know if I'm not, I don't really text much these days, so I appreciate that. We've got TBH as to be honest, and then YH is pronounced yeah. Excuse me. Brave is based on Chrome, safer and faster. Graham Diamond, good to see you, buddy. And we got Nick Mullen here as well. He's been lurking in the background listening. Hello, welcome. How you doing? DB Stupid says, so with Coinbase, if I can't access my crypto, what good is it? Well, I don't really use Coinbase, DB Stupid. I use Wirex, which is based in the UK, and I only use Coinbase as an intermediary account. So, for instance, my donation details are all for Coinbase, all linked to a Coinbase account, and then it goes from there. I then transact to my full account. Silver when will these mints fix the loose capsules? That is a good question. Hopefully soon. I don't know. I mean, it's almost like they're not really listening. You know, it's falling on deaf ears. But I got my stuff back, guys, and I tell you what, I'm looking forward to it. They already sent me pictures. I've already showed you guys the last time, so you guys pretty much know what the results are going to be. But here's the box here. Let's make sure there's no addresses on it. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. That's my NGC results. The stuff's arrived, so I'm looking forward to sharing it with you. Right, guys, let's move along. So we're going to move along and start off with the silver market. Right, the silver market. Okay, this is the daily. We're going to start off with the weekly, and then we'll work our way back from there. So let's go. Weekly. Start of the week. Selling. Right. You know, I pretty much said on Friday that there's been a significant amount of selling. Now, one thing we can see here is that, yes, the volume certainly has dropped off. I mean, yes, this is Monday, so there is bound to be a small candle and wick. But hopefully, as we can see from the curvature over here, we might be in a bit of a turnaround. So I really was hoping that there'd be a green candle today. I thought this was enough. We've had 2 consistent weeks of selling. Yes, there was a little bit of green from last week. I was expecting a bit of green today, but we're down almost 12 cents or 10 cents for an ounce of silver. Silver's currently priced at $17.42 to 44 cents, down 0.63. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Is the silver selling over? That is the real question. We're still way above our moving averages here on the weekly, but let's go back to the daily. That was the wrong one. There we go. So that's the daily chart. Now, again, we're finding ourselves being squashed between the 20 EMA exponential moving average. For those that don't know what that is, it gives you a more, the EMA versus single simple moving average is that the EMA works in a lot more information than the simple moving average. So I prefer to use the EMA to give you a more accurate kind of average. So as we can see it here, this is now acting like support. In case you can hear people in the background, we got some people in the yard here looking after the horses. It's definitely getting darker here, guys. I don't know about you in the States, but it's getting a lot darker than it has been. Obviously, the clocks are going back as well soon, so we're gonna have to see how we pan out. Right, let's have a look. So this is where we are. We're currently in this area here. Now, one thing I can see is that we are going to eventually have to make a decision which way we're headed. So if we have a look here on the daily, it looks like we had attempted to break out, as you can see there. A little breakout, and unfortunately we were put back in our place. So that is pretty much where we are there. So, I mean, just looking at that, that's pretty much over the last 5 days. We can see here where we've come to the extent of this triangle. It's pretty much going to make up its mind by tomorrow which way it's going to go. It's either going to start here or it's going to start there and either head down or it's going to head up. Personally, as I've always said, we just seem to be in oversold territory currently at the minute, which means we've had consistent days of selling. So I'm expecting a movement up. Hopefully, well, we're going to have to see exactly how that's going to play out. RPM is here. Fantastic. RPM Limited. Nick Molnar, how you doing? He says almost better to invest in comic books. Jody says address, some field in Ireland. Yep, that's what you saw there. It's a custom slip. RPM Limited says, hey everyone, how do SL79 lovely proof Krugerrand? I know, yeah, thank you very much. That's 2018 that I had unboxed, and I actually got the grading results back today. So we're going to be taking a look, guys, at this box in a sec. For those that missed it, my grading results are back, so we're going to take a look. Jody says, Mr. XRP, I presume he's referring to RPM Limited. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. And likewise with all you out there. Okay, I am in. I had to do some Face ID with my webcam and then authorized via email, my MAC address, translation. Crypto is anything but safe. Yeah, with the amount of information, geez, you got to submit to these guys. I'm actually tired of, because normally whenever there was airdrops, it was like free crypto, but now they want you to register with absolutely everything. And I just can't be asked for that just to get $5 worth or $10 worth. Oxy88 says, just got offered $230 for a 10-ounce Queen's Beast Griffin. I'm hoping for 270-ish, though not sure how high to go for nowadays. Well, to be honest with you, the 10-ounce Valiant that I'm currently selling on eBay, I'm letting it go for 249. I let my last one go for 206, which unfortunately I probably let go too cheap. But now all but I mean, look, go with what is out there. Personally, Oxy88. I had a look and I was like, that's probably where the market is. But now all those cheap ones are gone, and now the cheapest is 250 upwards. I've even seen one there at 355. I mean, I'm not going to sell it. It's not going to sell at 355. So I'll put it up at 250 for now, and we'll see how we get on. Should net me a nice profit. DB Stupid says, if Coinbase needs a blood draw, I give up. If I get over 350 for the line, I'd be happy. Man, that would be fantastic. I started buying this weekend after I did some reading. There you go, Jody. RPM Limited says, I'm good. Aren't I? Only 2 p.m. in the afternoon here in Canada. Fantastic, man. You've still got the rest of the day. My day's come to an end and it's back to work tomorrow. Oxy88, Limey must be minted. People tending to his horses. No, they're not mine. They're not my horses. My wife's a trainer here, so she looks after them. Or does he live in the middle of a field in a shed like a hut? Yeah, I'm in this caravan here. This is on the premises. Graham Stacker, hello, Sir Limey and everyone. How you doing? Man, Graham, it's fantastic. Glad you made it. I got your stuff in the post today. I've got the receipt there. I showed everybody in the chat earlier. So your stuff has been mailed today. So congratulations on that. The donator, 1 out of 5 got drawn, and Graham Stacker is the winner there. So he got a few things, and he's looking forward to it. Sent me a very nice email again. Thank you very much. Jody, isn't it's the one with no lights, apparently. No, crappy dollars. What's Oxy up to? Pounds. Oxy, it says, yeah, noticed an uptick, mate. Cool. I'm not sure the pound is any better. Another big company in the firing line today, Pizza Express. Wow, okay, that's interesting. Yeah, so we're going to have to keep an eye on that in regards to that movement. Again, we could always look at the bigger picture here. And it could be something like that. However, even if that is the could be something like that, which means we still got plenty of room to go in here. However, you know, it looks like we're battling here with the 50 EMA average. So currently it's 1741 at the minute. Ideally, if it stays above that, then we can start targeting this area. Looks like we're going to retest the 20 moving average. So ideally, we need to really, with the amount of attempts that we've had here, there's definitely going to be a breakout to the upside, and then we can challenge this area here, which is still at 18 level. So interesting for silver currently at the minute. Not much to report there today. Let's take a look at something else. Let's have a look at some gold. Gold's had a pretty interesting day as well. You know, looking at the chart out, there isn't really a metal that has escaped some degree of selling today. Palladium was up only marginally, 0.03%. Platinum, 0.08%. It's still a very sluggish day in regards to precious metals, guys. So there's not really much to report that I haven't said already on Friday. So let's take a look. So we got 50 moving average running across here. That is pretty good support currently at the minute. You can see that the wick is almost touching. So we're going to have to, we could see a retest at this level on a smaller breakdown. We've attempted to break out above the 20 moving average, which unfortunately was unsuccessful. So again, we're very much in the same area as silver right now. We're right between the 20 and the 50, which is very peculiar. There's not many times I've seen the two metals in exactly the same zone of trading, which is very bizarre. So we're going to have to see how this plays out. Let's look at gold on the weekly. Gold on the weekly looks very good, doesn't that? Look at that, 20 moving average all the way here. That's where we had our start, essentially this one here, 20th in May. And it's sort of gone up. We've hit our high here. We're starting to go down. Another attempt at a high, rejection, back down. To me, it's just most logical that we're going to see another rise here and retest at these higher levels. But yeah, gold's looking good. Where is Luck of the Irish? I haven't seen him around for a while. Bigfoot hide and Bigfoot Silver hide and seeker, man. How you doing? Good to see you. Mark B just saying hello there. We got Jody as well. Graham, not only did you win, you missed the 90-minute draw. You guys have got to admit that was pretty cool, wasn't it? Like literally, you had a 33% chance to get one of those answers right. That's the way I'm going to play it. So the next time we do numbers, it's going to be choose number 2, 1, 3, bam, bam, bam. Who knows? Someone might get it straight away. And then we'll do a donators draw as well. Graham Stank says, thanks. You're the best, Limey. Appreciate it, my friend. You're too kind. Well, you're just great, buddy, because you've been a donator. So, you know, I just thought it makes sense to do both a chat and a donation giveaway. And you can win both. You never know. DB Stupid says, just an observation. When the price is going up, the system worked fine. When the price is going down, I can't prove who I am and log in from my phone. I needed to use a desktop. Jump hoops, crypto is, yeah. I mean, DB, I don't really use Coinbase that much, so I don't really have any issues with mine. Mine's on my phone. I just use my app, and bingo. Graham Stacker says, "Hey, Mark." Oxy88 says, "Ha! Still get more dollars to our mighty pound." That's very true. Although I'm using euro here. Sucker for Silver, man, says, "Hey all, hope the weekend was good for everyone." Hey, Sucker for Silver, how you doing, man? I see you sent that email through to Graham there, so he dropped me an email, so appreciated. So thanks for doing that. Graham Stacker says, "Jody, oh, I watched it, man." RP Eluded says, "BTC has had a good day, being pulled up by XRP. It was asleep all day, then realized it to set off." I know, it was very interesting. We're going to be looking at the crypto charts in a sec there. Jody having a good laugh. RPM. Gold's liking that $1,500 zone. You're absolutely right. The problem is, the problem I have, RPM, is that if it's unable to aim higher, then what is going to happen is it's going to drop because it can't get any higher. It's like there's just resistance, and every time we're trying to get through, we're not getting through, we're falling down, getting through, falling down. So it really has to really make a break for it. It really has to. Plain and simple, really. Otherwise, we're going to end up heading down. Let's have a look. Gold. Let's go back on the daily. Let's have a look at the 4-hour chart for gold, just out of interest. Oh, down below, they're looking a bit messy. Tomorrow's got to be a green day, surely, with this amount of selling. Sheesh. Let's have a look. 1 day on the 1 day. Yeah. So yeah, for me, it's, you know, gold is starting to fall into a bit of a channel there, guys. I don't know if you guys can see it, but if we have a look at this here, and I've mentioned this previously, is that if we don't break out, then we're falling into a bearish channel. End of, really. Let's bring that a bit closer there. So we're trying to aim. As you can see, we've got the high over here, then we've got a lower high and another lower high over here. So in order to reverse this, pretty much what has to happen is that we've really got to aim up, push through this resistance here, and really push up, at least get above this previous high. What's that, 1530 something, and really start to target this area. It really has to, guys, in order to get higher highs. Otherwise, what's going to happen is we end up getting rejected, back down again, and then we attempt get rejected, back down again. And obviously what happens, obviously, as you can see, it's blatantly obvious. High, low, high, low, high, low. Now, obviously, this angle is going down. So it really has to perform. We really do need to see a breakout sooner rather than later. And they're pretty much the same for silver. DB Stupid says, my total gold holdings just passed a kilo. Man, I'd like to be in your position there, DB Stupid. Man, congratulations. He says, milestone reached. Let's have a look. Everyone's saying hello. Jody says, gold a crappy day. Nothing really on. You're absolutely right about that, Jody. Can't really tell you otherwise. Hey, everyone, too many to list. Love you all. There you go. That's RPM Limited. Top man. One of my donators as well. Be right back. Popping to the shops. Keep the charts going as long as you can. Want to see your slab, says Oaksy here. Well, we're going to be going through it shortly. We're going to be moving on from gold there, and then we're going to have a look at platinum and so on. We're about 30 minutes in. Jody says, luck of the Irish in hospital with severe sunburn. The weather actually hasn't been that bad this last couple of days. I've got my mum over, and we went for a bit of a drive yesterday to Galway, and it was the best day to choose between today and yesterday because there was quite a bit of rain today. DB Stupid says, how much paper gold selling is traders shoring up margin requirements elsewhere? Don't really follow the paper market, DB Stupid. I just look at the pricing. Banks are having repo problems. Cash is in short supply. Is it related? Well, I was just saying there in regards to, I wonder if that the gold price from the US perspective, they're trying to manipulate it to lower prices in order to counteract the buying there from Russia and China. Jody says, started to short stocks. Oh, enough PMs for now. That sounds interesting, Jody. Let me know how you get on with that. Optimus Locust, man, how you doing? It's good to see you. Optimus Locust just arrived. Anyway, let's move on there. But there you go. That's my concern at the minute. If we do not make higher highs, literally we're going to be in trouble because all we're going to do is head down, up, and then who knows? At some point, it's going to go and explode. But I don't want to see explosions because explosions means that the potential pullback can be pretty big. Let's have a look at platinum. Not really much to see there on platinum either. Also pretty slow day as well. I mean, that was Friday. At least the volume was slightly more, a bit slow today. Now, again, it could also be that the low volume could mean that there's a potential big move coming. However, look at platinum again. We're still in a lower low trajectory. Or decline, whichever way you want to say that. So we've got high, a blow off top here. Then we had another attempt, rejection. Then a third attempt, rejection, down again. Another attempt at movement up, rejected heavily. And then we're sort of hovering in this sort of zone here. It's kind of looking a bit messy, personally. We're between the 50 and the 100. So you had silver and gold both between the 20 and the 50. And then you've got platinum between the 50 and the 100. So very, very odd one. The case of the platinum moves. Very interesting. $878 an ounce for platinum. You can see there it's had a significant amount of resistance in relation to Friday's move. We had a good body candle, or we had a good body. And then unfortunately, we've got this little piece here, and we've got a heavy wick up and a small wick down. Which means that they went up as high as that before selling kicked in. So that's the reason why, if you guys aren't familiar with wicks and what they mean, it means that the body candle actually went up to that level there before there was a sell-off all the way down. Hence what the wick represents. It represents where it went up to and where the body of the candle sits as of right now. So that is where the current price is. And then when the candle closes out, that is why you end up with the body, because that is where it ended, and then the new candle starts next to it, just in case you guys aren't familiar with that. Okay, so platinum. Let's have a look on the platinum on the weekly. Oof. Yeah, that's pretty harsh. There you go. That's my resistance line drawn. There it is. So it's going to be in a interesting zone here over the next couple of days in regards to how we plan to see platinum. I don't want to see so many more sideways movements. So pretty much, are we oversold at this point? Not really. We're currently, yes, we are from the higher high perspective, but we haven't seen much buying. So we've had consistent days of selling. 1, 2, actually, you can even count this one here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days of consistent selling. That for me means that a turnaround is around the corner. So tomorrow we pretty much got to see a movement to the upside. Also, let's have a look there. Right, let's go back to the daily for platinum. There we go. So we still have a few days here before there's going to be a big move. Otherwise, it's not looking too bad, but we're on the bottom side of things. Not that great, but we're still in the murky zone here between these moving averages. We really need to be well up above it here in order for the rally to resume. Let's have a look. Jody, do be stupid. That's not a bad idea, since the paper gold is all fake. Makes sense to sell, loan it, and keep the Russians and China down too. Interesting one there. A Optimus. That is Graham Stacker just saying hello there. Okay, let's look at Palladium at the minute. Again, talk about there. Marginally up there. I think it's up $1. So again, it's looking pretty consistent there. We're well above our 20 moving averages. So really in a good zone there to maintain that. It hasn't even come down to retest that 20 moving average. The last time we saw that, it was the 30th of August, many months ago. And again, it would have been a great buy to get it at 1388 and even less. You would have made a good profit there for platinum. We can see it there. It's currently at higher highs. It broke through its previous high there. Sorry, up here. That was its previous high. So it is pretty much in uncharted territory currently right now. So Palladium, the big winner in regards to precious metals currently. It's definitely beating gold. $1,665 an ounce for Palladium. Gold is currently $1,491 an ounce for the yellow metal. Let's have a look at the weekly for Palladium. Again, very strong. You can see it there. The movement up there. Very awesome parabolic moves. What's this? 1388. You can even see where we've come from here, guys. Check this out. Check this out. All right, imagine getting down into this position here when you first got into Palladium there at $800 an ounce. Now again, that wasn't a very long time ago either. Look at that. That was a year ago, guys. Imagine that investment of you buying Palladium back then a year ago and flipping it for double today. I mean, that is a pretty awesome investment. If you bought 100, so let's just say if you bought 100 ounces, so 800, let's say 838 times by 100. Oh, that's $83,000, right? If you bought it at that level. All right, so today's price, 1665 times by, that would be $166,000 for Palladium. Man, I think even that sort of return would outperform gold in my eyes. That is pretty impressive. Let's take a look at, we're going to take a look at gold and see exactly what the price was there at September 18. So let's take a quick look. Okay, so we're back to gold here. September 18. Okay, let's do the weekly. August look at that, guys. There we go. That just goes to show, look at that. September 18, right? Gold was $1,187 an ounce. So, okay, 81, call it that. So 1181 times that by 100. That would have cost you $118,100, right? Now, the return on that is only $300 at the current price. So $300. So let's go 1491 times that by 100 is $149,000. So Palladium would have been a massive investment if anyone had bought that sort of amount of metal. DB Stupid, that's not a bad idea. Says paper. Okay, we've already mentioned that one. I'd sell it all and buy silver, says Jody. Let's look at silver and see where we were in September 18 for silver. Let's have a check. Hey guys, guess what? I broke 1,300 subscribers, man. I've been in this lull for quite some time now, and I was like, it's like, when am I going to break this? Because literally, I think I was about 7 short for the last, I don't know, month. And I certainly wasn't, I'm not one for proactively going out there and, suckering people in. I mean, if you like my content, that's the reason why you guys are here. You enjoy the content. I'm not saying you guys, the others out there aren't. They just can't make it. But, there's people that come in afterwards and they watch my videos, which is great. So it's always great to see that. Anyway, let's have a look at silver. Okay, so let's look at silver on the weekly, and we'll look at the same time frame. So September 18. There you go. September 18, $14 an ounce. So 100 ounces times by 14 is $1,400, right? Obviously, you wouldn't have bought that, but because you would have had a lot more money. But let's have a look. $1,400. So the current price is $1,741 times by 100 minus 1,400. You would have made $341 on 100 ounces if you'd sold it at today's price. So again, I would have still put you in a very good position. Certainly precious metals wise, you'd be smiling all the way to the bank. Imagine having palladium and platinum. That's one we're going to take a quick look at. We'll take a quick look at platinum there. Aussie Alchemist, hey Aussie, how are you doing? We're just checking through if you'd bought 100 ounces in each of these metals, which one is the clear winner, and I'm pretty sure I know which one it is, and that is palladium. That is the metal that would have netted you the most money in 1 year. Okay, let's look at September 18. There it is again, September 18. It's at 826. Not that great for platinum. So $826 times by 100 ounces would have been 82,600, right? At 878 at the current price, which would have been 8,800. 8,800 minus 8,700. Still would have netted you $5,000 on 100 ounces. That still would have netted you $5,000. Not bad. Not bad at all. $5,000, definitely higher than silver. Not as much as palladium. Palladium would have returned you 100% investment. That in a year, that's pretty damn good in my book, guys. Let's have a look. Aussie Alchemist made it. Morning, how you doing? How's the future looking, Aussie? 4:45 a.m. Need some coffee. Fantastic. Right, we're going to be taking a look at crypto, and then I'll show you guys my NGC coins, the slabs that arrived. Right, BTC, guys. What are your thoughts here? Again, I'm still not seeing that much of a big pump again. So, is this just another bear trap in order to sucker liquidity into the market? Because to me, as I've said this previously many times over, guys, I cannot see support here. And personally, if Bitcoin builds off support on this line, then that pretty much throws everything out that we know about charts today. It throws it all out the window, because logically, when you're looking at support, you're pretty much looking at consistent buy areas. Where we are here, we're moving into a small level of buying here, but quite a lot of selling, and that is this area right here. So we're moving into those areas, which means that, you know, these guys are effectively holding and they're not selling currently at the minute. And that's the reason why the price, initially, we have had a bit of a drop, but again, we haven't gone down to these levels, which is where logically that would be a brighter level of support, not this funny level we're kind of sitting in, which for me is just so strange. I mean, look at that, selling right there, selling right there, selling right there. Let's look at some more there. Okay, we're moving into selling as well, buying as well, selling, buying. So it's in a bit of a strange area for me, but logically the support areas of 7.5 are pretty good. And then if it breaks down lower than that, what's that, the 7 mark, 6.9 is definitely an interesting area. If it breaks down below that, then we really are breaking 6K. But that is an excellent level of support. You've had consistent consolidation in that area right there. That's around the 6.4 level. So, you know, I can't see that being broken very easily. However, in relation to how if I look at strength of level of support, this is pretty rock solid. For months, it was in consolidation mode. So in relation to where we are here, this looks pretty damn awesome for support. So if we find ourselves at that level, it's unlikely that we'll break down as quickly at that level. But so at this level, I can't see support at this level. Really can't. I'm still hanging on the sidelines. But anyway, well done. Bitcoin today at a good level of buying. We've seen a pretty strong candle forming here. Again, sideways movement pretty much in this area. But well done to Bitcoin. Managed to get a bit of strength through and push up. However, it's hitting resistance. Resistance is futile. Resistance is futile. There we go. Look at that on the weekly there. So we're hitting this orange level, which is the 50 moving average. We're pretty much acting like support there. We've done pretty much the last 2 weeks. We've been sitting on that zone, which is very good indeed. However, considering we fell out of this area here, which to me seemed quite stronger, holding this area, I don't think it's gonna hit. It's gonna hold. That's why this level here looks a bit more convincing. The 6.4, the 6.4 level, 6.5 level. We'll have to see. It took us ages to get to this level. We're in this area now. We're at 8.2. Still, it's nowhere. I mean, it's up, which is great. It was dropping as low as what, 7.7. You know, but we'll have to see if we can take advantage of these profits. Let me know if you guys are shorting anything. DB Stupid says, I don't buy crypto. I don't buy that crypto will follow logic. Dive. Bitcoin submarine passing 6,000 meters. Bitcoin, forget it. Needs hundreds of millions of new people. But who's going to spend 8K, almost a Bitcoin? Almost BTC was bought for tens of dollars. You know what's interesting? You know, they talk about supply. Oh God, you know, Bitcoin is in short supply. Blah blah blah. Does anyone know when the supply will be finished? Because I know. 2040. That is a whopping 21 years away before we start to see a massive. Well, there'll be no more Bitcoin left, and then they'll move into Satoshis. But still, I mean, that's still a very long time ago away, and a lot of guys tend to talk about supply like it's like it's going to run out tomorrow. Yeah. Sucker for Silver says, hey all, hit that like button. Help out SL. Thank you very much for that, Sucker for Silver. Mudswat, 7K is pretty close to 4K. Well, who would have thought that? I mean, I think I was telling you guys there a few times, there was a guy there challenging me saying I didn't know anything, and I was just some poor guy wanting to buy Bitcoin. And he was like, no, but to him that didn't make sense, that Bitcoin had to drop, blah blah blah, and we did, and the evidence is there. Someone letting off some fireworks there, guys, in case you can hear it. Sounds like gunshots. Silver Junkie, take it easy, Limey. I'm out, bro. Cheers, Silver Junkie. All the best. 1350. Getting closer. Jody, 2140. Right, so back to Bitcoin. Let's go back to the 4-hour chart. The 4-hour chart should look pretty good. There you go. You can see it there. It's these green candles. You can see it there. Resistance, though, broken through, pretty much broken through that 20 resistance, and the 50 resistance has also been broken, which is very interesting. However, that candle still isn't closed yet, so be interesting to see if it ends below that. It's bearish. If it ends above that, again, it could hold, but I'm doubtful it will actually fall below that line. The main reason being is the amount of support that's been shown here. So I don't think it's going to break down as easy below that 50 moving average. Nice strong action, though. You got to give it that. Definitely came out of the abyss there. Would have been a nice tasty profit for somebody for the day. Let's go back on the daily. And there it is. Right. Let's look at the crypto market capitalizations before we we've got to check out some graded coinage. Right, let's just refresh this first and we'll bring it up. So let's have a look. We've got Butchie Harding. How you doing? He says, I have this bottle of air I can sell you. There is somebody who isn't keen on Bitcoin. Butchie Harding says it's wicked good SHT, bro. Reminds me of that movie Spaceballs. If you guys have ever seen it, Spaceballs, when what was it? Lone Star, I think it was. He was the hero, and he was rescuing the heroine, who was Princess Vesper or something like that. I'm trying to actually remember this thing. And the planet exported air in these cans, and no, you didn't. You haven't missed. Oxy, it was a wacky movie. It was Mel Brooks. Classic Mel Brooks. But if you guys haven't seen it, you got to check it out. That's like a wacky movie of note. But yeah, there was one of the what the guys, the President Screw was the guy's name, and he'd sit by his desk and he pulls the can open, like saying that there's no shortage of air, blah blah blah. And he's got these like secret stash of air, and he whips this can open, and he's like. And then someone, obviously they've got this picture when I think one of his commanders comes on like immediately, and like while he's busy sniffing the can of air, and like he throws it across the room. and the salute, the salute is brilliant. Graham Stacker says he loves Spaceballs. John Candy as the dog was hilarious. Absolutely. President Screw, yeah, that was we had this like he did this like, and he did that kind of maneuver. It was hilarious. That was his call sign. But anyway, I'm glad someone knows what I'm talking about. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna we'll get back to that movie in a sec. But there you go, Butchie Harding. I wonder where you got the idea from. No, that's the reason why I was thinking that. Anyway, coin market cap. Let's take a look through. So we got coin market cap 223 billion. It's up a few $1 billion. Again, nothing to write home about. I think it's like 4 billion. We've got 24-hour volume of 61.7. That is fairly decent. Bitcoin dominance at 66.7. Let's look at the top 5 cryptos. Not looking bad. XRP, the biggest winner there, up 7%. I'm talking about the top 5. It's up to 11.8 billion market cap, and it's up 27.45 cents. And look at the volume. Volume's looking good, guys. It's normally whenever I see XRP volume, it's like 800. But it's 1.8 billion, which isn't bad for this market currently at the minute. Nice big up. It's going to be, hopefully it can sustain that. Ethereum is up. I'm not holding Ethereum currently. I'm still expecting a bigger drop. I guess we'll have to wait and see how that. Well, you wonder if that is just a bear flag, but we'll soon find out. It's like the last rise before the massive drop again. Keep your eyes peeled, guys. That's all I'd say. Guys, don't forget, it's a very volatile market, so it's very risky. So just know what you're getting into. Only invest money you're prepared to lose. So don't invest money that you're going to need next week. Again, play smart. That's what the smart money is. Litecoin 58.26. So again, that's up slightly. You can see these big candles up, like big moves. And that's pretty much where we're going to leave it. Excuse me. Right. Let's have a look at some gold, and then we're going to open. Let's have a look. Bon Jovi, raise your hands. Bon Jovi, I just remember listening to him, but I used to listen to him when I was younger. I don't really listen to much music these days, and it's amazing how music's changed so much. Right, let's get the gold chart up. But before we do that, guys, I'm going to leave the big camera on, and let's take a look at what I got. So there we go. This just arrived. My wife got a package, and I said, no problem, I'll go down. And when I went to go and collect it, I said to them, is there any chance there's another package there for me? And what do you know? She whipped this out, and I was like, that's the one. And I was like, that's fantastic. So, sorry, let's have a look and see what we got in here, first of all. Now, it's amazing. NGC, man. They're very good at putting, if you put a request in, you can get the capsule sent back to you. And just to show you to the extent that I go through when I send my coins in for grading, this is how they send the capsules back. If you guys can see that. So that is the information that you have to put on each capsule. And if you guys want, I'll gladly do you a video on grading coins in case you want to send coins in yourself. So each of them require an invoice number, which needs to go on there, and a line number as well. So all of that has to go on there. And then it's obviously you can leave it in the capsules, and of course the original bags too. So you don't have to worry about. I know I've seen on various channels they want it in flips and stuff like that. Just put the labeling on and send it through. That's pretty much the way I do it. That was the soundtrack. Oh right. Thanks there, Butchie. He says, hey, if you get a chance, check out the Netflix show, Altered Carbon. I know I've been on about watching that for a while, actually. Thanks, Butchie. I really appreciate it, man. I watch The Big Short weekly. Fantastic. Right, so obviously you get all the necessary paperwork. Oops, it's my alarm going off as usual, guys. So the paperwork all comes back, and it's pretty straightforward there. So obviously, they send you all the paperwork back as well, which just means that you'd be able to correlate it to the information that's provided. So let's check out the first one. Let's check through. Jody. Right, let's do this blind, guys. So here it is. Let's check it out. Which one is it? And it's the PF70 Silver Krugerrand. Look at that, guys. I'm over the moon with this one. I just couldn't believe it. I know everyone tends to think that you can't get a PF70. Well, I got a PF70. Look at that. There's Paul Kruger on the back. I really do love these slabs, man. That was the one there. Really awesome quality, man. And I've sent the 2019 in as well. I've got the 2019 video upcoming, so just make sure you're aware of that. Let's have a look. Noxie, it says, nice, mate. That bumped up the value. Yeah, you guys won't believe this. I paid 54 euros for this, ungraded. I paid 23 euros with handling fees. So if that means in total, let's say it's 54 plus 23 is 77. So that cost me 77 euros to grade. That's the original cost plus handling and grading fee. These are going for, on eBay, $260, 260 euros each. So it just goes to show that you can make money on stuff like this. So I'm super happy about that. I've at least doubled the value, if not even almost tripled it. In fact, yeah, it would be tripled. This has tripled the value. Such a nice example. Grandstack. Wow, congrats, man. That and Jody. Oh, and another. Opulent says, green-eyed envy all over here. Yeah, I managed to pick up a 2017 silver proof on auction. So I picked one up. What was that? I bid on it on Friday evening before I was busy live streaming, and I won that auction. So I'm super happy. I just got confirmation the guy's sending it. That is definitely going in for grading, man. And the values on them, if I just hope the grading comes through on that. But the grading on that is phenomenal, man. But yeah, the prices on them, man, range from 350 to 900 euros for the PF70 2017 Kruger End in silver. So ridiculous amounts of money. And this is the next one. So this one I'm super happy about, guys, because I got this one ahead of everybody, and I sent in for grading chop chop. So this is the first release oak leaf, which is released by the Germania Mints. I got a first release label from NGC, and it's #1, so it's the very first one to be graded in the world, and it's the very first one to be graded MS70. So it's the Germania Mints first releases oak leaf. I'm going to do a separate video on these as well, so you guys can have a proper look. The camera on the webcam isn't particularly the best, but I'm super happy about that. This is the first one that's been graded in the world at an MS70 grade, and man, I'm super chuffed. I'm super chuffed with that. That, you know, you can get good grades, guys. I know a lot of people tend to think it's only, you know, big shots or companies get MS70 grades or 70 grades, but there you go. Okay, it says 200 euro profit. Very nice, Limey. Absolutely. I've got something in store for that. I'm going to see how the other two turn out. Great investment. Thank you very much. And that's pretty much what I'm moving into, guys. I want to, you know, for me, it's all about investment long term. Oxy is eating a banana while staring into Limey's eyes, classed as and classing when staring into Limey's eyes, classed as gay. Oh, Oxy88 says another 70. Nice. They like you, mate. Must watch your bids. What? Another 70? Man, you're on fire with the Germanias. Are they all ones, right? Yes. Well, the other two were 69s, unfortunately, but they were all #1s. So I got an MS 69, I got a PF 69, and that's the first 70 in the Germania series that I have, and that's that MS 70 oak leaf. So super pleased about that. Then I got this one here, which was the nautical series. This completes, well, I wouldn't say completes, but that is the nautical. Unfortunately, only got an MS 69 grade. And that's, you know, what's really odd about this one, guys, is that this was in the original packaging supplied from the mint. So I couldn't explain it. It hadn't been handled, it hadn't been opened, but it was straight from the mint, and it was in its original packaging with the coat of arms logo of Rwanda on it. And there you go. There's evidence there that even though it comes straight from the mint, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a good grade. MS69, and it's #2. Still very nice though. Look at that. And I'll do a video of all three of them. I've sent the 2019 nautical in, and that's the Victoria. So that's just been it should be just be received today by NGC. So I'm really looking forward to that, man. Jody says that's money. Well, it is money. It's precious metals. It's precious metals. 1 ounce. Worst case scenario, that is worth $17.42. To an investor, though, that could be worth something else. Sucker for Silver says, even mints produce flaws on coins, unfortunately. You're absolutely right there. You know what's interesting is this is probably one of the first times that they've got a 70 for their coinage in regular MS grade. So I can't seem to find these on eBay. It's the very first one. It's not for sale though. I'm definitely keeping it. But I wonder how much that would be for sale. Did you guys see that someone has a PF70, the White Line of Mortimer, already out? One of the first 150 struck in proof. And guys, I tell you what, if you guys are looking at your next coin, check out the proof White Line of Mortimer. That thing is sick. Get that thing graded. Some guy was selling it for 260 euros. That's probably around $300. And that coin that is currently selling for 106 currently at the moment. So not bad at all. Bummer, at least it's 2. I know what you mean. Yeah, I know. MS69. Look, it could be worse. It could be an MS68 or MS67. You know, I suppose you can't always be happy, I suppose. Wouldn't load up on Germania coins too much. They could be the Canadian mints if this stuff all, if the stuff all spots up. I know what you mean. I've heard about milk spots on some of their coins. So hopefully they've managed to sort that out. Right, I've gone over the hour, guys. So that is pretty much me out. And again, thanks very much for watching. And of course, viewing those coins with me. And obviously, I will be doing a separate video so you can get see a much clearer a much clearer picture of those coins. And stay tuned. I've got some more videos coming out. I've got some awesome gold coins coming, guys. You have to check those videos out. So make sure the notification bells are clicked. And watch out, it's the Gold Bonanza series. I've got a few more of them. Man, you must see the stuff coming. Okay, I'll say to you guys this: £5. Just make sure you guys watch that one. That's going to be awesome. Did you get Germania Algaries, Limey? I did get the Germania Algaries. That's in a previous video. You'll have to check my library, Oxy88. I've done a separate video for that. I think it was last week. I got that one graded. So you're welcome to check that out. I've got milk spots in my Germanias. I'm sorry to hear it, man. Face like a crack addict. Crack addict. Oh yeah, Jody. Looks like like he's clucking hard. Congrats, my friend. Have a great day, Limey, and everyone. Guys, thanks very much for watching. Always an absolute pleasure. And watch out for those videos, man. Make sure those notification bells are set. And thanks for watching. I'm sure wife is probably wondering where I am. That brings us to the end of the stream. We're going to be checking out. I'll see you guys on Wednesday for the midweek stream. And guys, as usual, shout outs are coming. So we got Sucker for Silver, Graham Stacker, Oxy88, Jody, RPM Limited, Oddswats, Butchie Harding, Silver Junkie, Aussie Alchemist, TV Stupid. Guys, thanks again. You guys know what to do. Like the video, comments if you want to come back later. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday. And thanks again. It's always an absolute pleasure to entertain you guys, especially for an hour. And I look forward to doing more. Guys, if you're interested in becoming a donator, check out the description details. You'll find everything you're going to need there. And as usual, big thank you for me. It's always an absolute pleasure. And I'll catch you all on the next one. Hopefully, we're going to see some movements in the precious metals market over the next couple of days. And I hope I'll have some decent stuff to report on Wednesday. Chat soon. Chat to you guys soon. Take care and all the best.